Yo, what it do, what it is, y'all. It's your boy Telling Me Rock. You're now tuned in to the infamous No Filter Show. And as always, I'm joined by my great co-hosts.
Yeah, BBF in the building. Look how we started with two recording artists. Oh, dang, that's a bar. Unintentional. What's poppin', Rock?
Cool, man. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm standing on business.
Oh, yeah, that's how you feeling? We kicking it off with that tonight?
I mean, shoot, we might as well
Man.
adjust it. All right, so for those of y'all straight to the bare knuckle brawls here. So dang, and that's not even a pun intended. Hold on, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, quick having technical difficulties. What's up, Nick? Oh, man, while Quick is trying to get his shit together, we talking about standing on business. Yes, sir. I can hear you. Oh man, I guess I'm by myself. Look, tonight we talking about standing on business while we wait for Quick to come back. I'm gonna go and keep the party going. You know what I'm saying? So we got a little bit of pop topics going on this week. You know what I'm saying? Well, it was rumors, but now it's been confirmed. Ashanti and Nelly are expecting a baby. You heard me. Ashanti is now pregos. Nelly done got that jump back and said, I'm keeping that jump forever. You feel me?
I heard that. Excuse me, folks. I had a little bit of a tech difficulty there. Can you hear me, Rock?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
My man. Now, if I heard you correctly, you just mentioned. I think it's just been confirmed that Nelly got her pregnant.
Yeah, bro.
So first and foremost, congratulations to Nelly and Ashanti. I will say I'm actually happy for them. I'm me outside looking in. Glad they got back together because for real, they fit. They definitely, to me, in my opinion, they definitely fit. To me, the happiest I've ever seen them was when I saw them when I seen them together, especially the second go around. I was always told that even if a couple splits up but they spin the block again and they're happier than ever like this, yeah,
Man,
it's like that.
I think it's pretty dope. You feel me?
Hmm.
Versus, on the other hand, actress Cheryl Lee, Ralph and her husband are reportedly moving in together after being married for almost 20 years.
Now
Like,
this is confirmed, correct or
yeah,
no?
this is definitely confirmed.
So let me get this straight. So they've been married for you say 30 years, but
Nah, almost 20 years.
almost 20, excuse me.
18 to be exact.
Okay, 18 years. But probably together longer than that. But due to this news, this is just confirming that they were never living together that entire duration of that 18.
Well, all right, so look, I'm going to tell you what I think. I think that they were living, they had their own cribs, but they was just staying with each other. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like an arrangement.
Yeah. But that's kind of the suspect. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
if let's pause on this. Let's unpack this just a little bit.
Shall we?
If if your girl told you we getting married, but we just can't have a place together, how would you feel about that?
Man, man, I don't know. Because I guess this all depends on how you were brought up. If you were brought up where the family all lives together and you were taught and accustomed to a certain way of things it's gonna take it because me I was so it's gonna catch me off guard completely. You know what I'm saying? So if it's out the blue, like if me if me and my girl have been together, lived together, so on and so forth, and she just up and says, all right, so when we get married, we're just not going to live together. We're going to have separate houses. That's going to raise concern and suspicion because, for one, that's not how we ever operate. Not even in engagement, in the engagement stage. So it really, really, really depends on the dynamic of the relationship in question. I mean, how would you feel?
I mean, I would rather ask Stars. What up, Star?
Star. How y'all doing, Starry Night?
Hey family, how's everybody feeling tonight?
We
Well,
are
we well.
good.
So let me ask you the question, right? So recently, actress Cheryl Lee Ralph and her husband are reportedly finally moving in together after 18 years of marriage. Now, let's say you get married, you and your significant other, y'all get married, and he says, you know what, we're married, but we're not going to move in with each other yet.
Um, that's hard to say. I mean, I understand the need for personal space, and she's a working actress and things like that. But I don't understand the separate household. Like, with the money that they can have one big household, and she can have her own room, he can have his own.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more so I don't understand the separate households. I understand the, not per se sleeping together in the same room in the same bed, but I don't understand the two households. Like I don't get the point of that.
Yeah, that's now all right. Now, if it was a situation where he had a business and he was running his business out of his house, I could understand that. Or if she had a business and like, but still, you're married, so you're still gonna be at one of the other places. You know what I'm saying? So it really kind of makes no sense to me because the thing is, what if we have an argument? You can be like, "Fuck it, I'm going to my house." You feel me?
Well, yeah. Now though, I'm remembering. I believe he is. What is he? A mayor or senator in Pennsylvania? So he can't keep his position and be in LA with her. I think that's the key component that I forgot about, the fact that he's a politician in Pennsylvania. So maybe that's why they haven't lived together.
Yeah. But to go off of what Rock just said, about the possibility of having an argument, I can see me pulling a Steve Urkel, like, you know what? I don't have to take this. I'm going home.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So, so the argument, like with me, and I'm a Capricorn, like for real, if there's a disagreement, the last thing I'm going to do is a lot of hooting and hollering back and forth because that's not going to solve. Like go to the corner, count to 10, then come back and have a conversation.
Okay, so
Like what?
let me add another level to this then. What if she tells you you can't have a copy of the key?
Now it gets interesting because, and granted, in this scenario, they're already married, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Why not? Why can't I have a copy of the key? We're husband and wife, right?
Agreed. That's why.
Yeah, that just leads to more questions that I have and that require some very, very logical and distinctive answers that will make the suggestion of me not being able to access the house my wife that I'm spending the rest of my life with. I just need logical reasoning that makes sense, that justifies this suggestion.
Okay. We're not gonna kick a dead horse. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on. Good news. Finally, Macaulay Culkin finally gets his Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame. I think that's pretty dope.
It's extremely dope.
Yeah,
and
yeah, it's about time. I agree.
definitely, and especially because we can look at him and say he's one of the child actors that in the long run, in the end, didn't succumb to that kind of childhood Hollywood curse. He actually turned out good. He because I follow him, he's doing what he loves, living a great life, has a new child, good relationship. From what we see on the outside looking in, that is. But also what I thought was dope, at the unveiling of the star, I think it is fire that him and the co-star who played his mother have kept such a strong relationship since that film.
That's dope.
I thought that was very, very cool.
So she never forgot him for real though.
Yeah.
That's tight. You didn't get my joke.
Oh dang! I just caught it. I just caught it. Yeah, I was late catching that one. All right, so yeah, apparently not.
Man. So in other dark, bright news, Derek Chauvin was stabbed 22 times in jail. And if you don't remember who this asshole is, this is the officer that had his I get pissed off thinking about it. His knee on George Floyd's neck. He was one of the officers involved in that murder. An inmate got to him and shanked him 22 times and said, if you wouldn't have got to me quick, I would have killed him. But here's the kicker. They released him from the hospital right back to that same jail.
Wow. You want to know, go ahead, Star. First.
I was going to say, picture of that inmate. Why the hell he look like Santa Claus? Did anybody else see that inmate photo?
No.
He looked like who? He looks like who?
Santa Claus.
Yeah, a black Santa Claus or a Caucasian one?
This is a white guy that stabbed him up.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It's you know, I know it's hurt. Irony of being Christmas time and the inmate who decided to try his hand looks like Santa. He's like,
That's
oh, you
wild.
You ain't getting cold in your
Man, still. But one thing I do find interesting about this particular story is when it first got reported and when it started circulating around the social media and so on and so forth, and you can probably think what's her name for this, Candace Owens, but there are people under there saying like they should let him go. He died from fentanyl and all that stuff, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But anyways, that I get mad thinking about that. You was mad just saying dude's name. Granted, that gets me mad too, but just it seems like when people have a reason to let their closet racism peek their head out, they hold on to that like for dear life, and it just bothers me greatly. So yeah, it's crazy.
Star?
I mean, I don't have anything to add. I think justice deserved that he went to jail. I knew it wasn't going to be easy on him. And I think that he should have realized that, you know, that blue line that they like to stand behind is starting to crumble. Ain't nobody for the fuck shit no more.
Well,
can I go on a rant since we moving on?
Might as well, bro. Do you think?
So there was something that was great that happened this week. You know, I woke up and I seen the trailer to GTA 6. And I'm talking about, I felt like a kid. I got so damn excited until the end. And you know what happens at the end? It says that it's coming out in 2025. Nigga, it's 2023. Why the fuck are you telling me now?
Yeah, a bunch of people was pissed.
I could agree. They could have held that by at least July of next year. They could have released that, but not before next year.
Like, bruh, seriously, bruh. Like, I was ready to spend my money like right now. You feel me? Just to say, not now. Nah.
Because I ain't gonna hold you. The graphics on that was Avatar level. It looked realistic, bruh.
Did you peep that they brought it back to Vice City?
Yeah, bro. It looks literally. You can pretend like you're in. Like you. Oh my gosh, it's just dope.
So yeah, that's my rant. That's my bullshit for the week. Fuck them.
Speaking of GTA, am I the only one like when I play GTA and you're driving around the car listening to the radio? Do you just like not do anything just to listen to the radio shows and stuff? and watch the actual TV.
You gotta listen to the talk radio. They be saying some wild shit, bro.
I know.
Wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Just look. If you haven't played GTA before, go play it and listen to talk radio, and I promise you. What you say,
or if you got GTA 5, watch some TV.
I was gonna. Speaking of GTA 5, and please, everybody, do not get sad on me. This is a good memory. I tend to watch outtakes of GTA 5 on YouTube now, so that I can still hear my dad's voice. Like that brightens my day when I do that.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, like
wow.
What character was he again?
Maxwell Davies, aka Batman, the friend of Little J.
That's dope, yo. Yeah, I didn't know he was in that.
Yeah, okay. So my Maxwell Davies, aka the real Batman, and my uncle Mark, which is his little brother, is who voiced Little Jacob. So I get to hear both. I can still call my uncle and hear his voice now, but watching the outtakes of those two characters, I still get to hear my dad's voice whenever I want to because he was that character.
Dope. That is dope.
Legendary shit. That's tough.
Monumental. And we have the Blue Phoenix in here. How are you doing, Blue One?
Y'all, let me tell y'all what happened.
Oh, I got it. Story time. Let's do it. Hold it in, Rock. Hold it in.
I was going to say, do we need to hold it in?
I'm going to put the camera on in a minute, but look. So I was like, all right, I got 30 minutes before the show. I had the kids had my phone, and I was like, y'all got 20 minutes. Why I sit on my bed, lay down, and I just woke up.
Hilarious.
Hey, look, if we would have called Lil Weezy, would have answered the phone, and I don't want no smoke with her.
OMG.
Oh, I don't want no smoke with Lil Weezy neither, yo. She, oh man.
My mama sleep.
Yeah, I swear, man.
Why do you keep calling?
All right, so for the folks who don't know the inside joke here, we did a group call one day. Weezy didn't have her phone with her, so one of her younger children picked up the phone. I thought it was Weezy because all her children look identical to her. I'm really starting to think Weezy is the only woman alive who impregnated herself by herself. But that's neither here nor that's neither here nor there. But at first I thought it was Weezy until she started talking. She had a higher voice. I'm like, nah, that's definitely not Weezy. But but main thing she said, she is not here. Stop calling. And I'm like, dang, what do we do? And then she hung up. But then we had to call again, and I forgot, and we forgot that Weezy wasn't there. She picked up again and was like, stop calling. She is not here. I'm like, dang, I feel like my mother's talking to me.
Yeah, I'm not raising my child to be rude, and she's just rude. Lord.
Hey, life is about balance.
Yeah,
I mean, she said it with conviction. We were really bothering her. We were getting on. She must have been playing a game or something on your phone, and we were disturbing her. Because we got on her nerves. Yeah, we got on her last nerve.
That child, I swear. But sorry about that, y'all. I jumped up so fast. I was like, oh my! I must have been really tired. What? Anyway, how is you? How was you?
Hey, it's all good. If it makes you feel better, I had to take a power nap earlier. But
you know what? I gotta say this, and please don't judge me. And if you do, fuck you. You know
what you got?
The older I get, the more and more I appreciate naps. and I start to like taking them.
Bro, you and I both. You and I both like, bro. What was the first? I said naps were the ish for the first time since kindergarten on my 30th birthday, yo.
I told you.
You did. Now I was on the West for my birthday. I was in Arizona. Shout out to my sisters Grind and Leticia. I was over there with them for my birthday. We was putting in work, yada yada yada. On my birthday, we went out, had dinner, so on and so forth, out on the town and so on and so forth. As soon as we got back to the crib, thinking that we was gonna go out again, was back at the crib 5 minutes out, still dressed and stuff. I was out, dog. All of us were. Bruh, I literally went to sleep on my 30th birthday.
That was a sign right there, Quinn.
It was.
Your ass is old.
Shut up. Anyway.
Say like this. A nap ain't a nap if you don't wake up embarrassed because you know you drooling on yourself. I'm talking about
this one of them. You be like,
oh yeah, that's facts.
I was famous for saying, you know what?
Yeah.
I stayed up too late. I'm about to go sleep in my car at work. You feel me? I try to put my hat over my face, but you know, your mouth end up always opening. Gravity is a bitch. You feel me? And
straight up.
You got drool on the side of your face. And when you wake up, you looking around, you wiping your face, feeling ashamed and shit. Yeah, man. Those be the best sleeps.
And those be the best sleeps, yeah.
But this is how I knew what tide was turning, because usually back in the 20s, dang, I felt that when I said that. Damn. Anyways, yeah, that was weird. Anyhow, if you fell asleep on your birthday, you wake up mad, like, dang, I slept my whole birthday away. Bruh, I didn't feel bad at all. I was happy when I woke up. I'm like, that was delightful. You know what I mean? This is how I knew times were changing, because I fell asleep on my birthday and enjoyed it.
Camille said daily naps are mandatory. Girl, yes.
Mando.
Straight up. So, speaking of age.
Oh, shit.
We got 3 people on this panel who are parents. And things that are happening in pop culture have stirred up conversations left and right. Hold on, let me take a sip of my water. Left and right.
That was a big tip.
Yes, thank you. I got excuse me. Apparently it wasn't a big enough sip. But anyways, circulating around the internet has been footage, or the resurgence of footage from a live that T.I.'s son King Harris went on, where him and his father had a big disagreement. A disagreement that consists of King Harris denying the lavish or privileged lifestyle that Tiny and T.I. worked very hard to provide for their children. According to King Harris, he says on several occasions that he always wanted to go over his grandmother's house so he can quote unquote be outside. And Tiny, you can hear in the video saying, used to cry like a baby to go over your grandmother's house and so on and so forth, and yada, yada, yada. They basically put all that to rest, saying he grew up in a gated community, privileged, and so on and so forth. But King Harris wants to be outside doing knucklehead street stuff. And then he's at that age when he was rebelling, and basically to cap it all off, the video ended with him and T.I. apparently locking up. T.I. subdued him. King Harris couldn't really do nothing to him, so on and so on, yada, yada, yada. So my question to the parents, being that I'm the one on the panel without a child, I'm taking this as an opportunity to learn and pick the minds of these parents here that have multiple children, as well as y'all in the audience who may be parents. So,
I just want to start by saying this, and then I'm gonna let the ladies go. I like the fact when T.I. yoked the nigga up and he said, "You can't do nothing with me."
Right.
That was a pivotal moment when a father reminds you that nigga, you may be got a little bit bigger, but I'm still your father, nigga. Like, go ahead. I'm sorry. Shout out.
No. You good. You actually got right into. I wanted initial reactions here. So let's start with you, Rock. Being that you're a father. You haven't. Have you ever been in that situation before, as far as like with any of your children?
All right, so let's speak from
Go ahead, Camille.
From being the child and then being the parent. So the times that my dad was around when I was like 12 or 13, I was always a big kid. You feel me? I was a big country boy. So I was wearing my father's clothes, you know what I'm saying, at 12 or 13. So I was feeling myself. So one day he had told me something, and I had swelled up on him like I was a man, like I ain't gonna do that shit. Well, the nigga punched me in my chest, and I found myself picking myself up off the floor. You feel me? So as a young man, I tested my father. You feel me? And it was because my father wasn't there. So the line of respect wasn't there. With my son, I've never had that happen. He's always shown me respect because I've never gave him a chance to cross that line. I made that line clear. Like, if you cross that line, be prepared to deal with me a different type of way. And he understands that, you know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, as he grew older as a man, I respect him where I'm not going to discipline you a certain type of way. You feel me? I'm not going to put my hands on you. I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to deal with you how I deal with you. If you do something that forces me to have to get physical with you, then that's a whole different story. That's like crossing the lines of disrespecting your mother right in front of me. You feel me? That's when I'm going to smack you in your mouth because you know better. You feel me? Like, that's me as a father. So, no, I haven't. Even with my daughter, I haven't, because it's a line of respect. You know what I'm saying? I think when kids do that, they think their parents sweet, and it's a lack of respect there, and that's just my opinion.
All right. And overall, Rock, just to cap it off, like you basically alluded to this already in your first initial statement, but what do you think about the situation as a whole, as far as like King Harris and so on and so forth, and T.I., the lifestyle that they want to, because granted, as a parent, you want to provide a lifestyle for your kids so they don't have to experience what you've experienced, because you want your kids to be better than you, essentially. So in this situation with King Harris, like, what's your overall view of what's going on?
I mean, first and foremost, you got to really understand the effect. Like, it goes both ways. You feel me? You got rich kids that want to be out there outside, and then you got outside, you feel me, kids that want to be rich kids because they don't like their life. So it goes both ways. The rich kid wanting to be outside is always going to be amplified because they feel like they don't need it. But the thing is, the opposite of your life is always going to be appealing. You feel me? Like, you got to think, like, as a rich kid, you can only do but so much. You feel me? And then when you walk out there in the streets, they're going to test you because you a rich kid. They're going to think you soft. You feel me? So he probably done got a little crew, been out there, got into some shit, and he feel like, yo, I like this life. You feel me? But in the same breath, you got to remember who his daddy is. So he knows.
Yep, I was just about to go there.
You feel me? So automatically, that's an influence.
It's glamorized to him in a way because he didn't live it. But like you said, that was his father's life. And so they didn't have to grow up that way. But you see dad, hey, dad, he said, you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm standing on business. You don't know me either. Well, they do know you, baby. They do. But he went over grandma's house again because his friends were there. And to him, it looked like they got to have fun outside. They got to play. They got to do all this stuff. When they're at home with their parents, when he's at home with his parents, they have security and they can't do certain things and the cameras are there. So it's like over grandma's house, it was a sense of freedom. But at home, he was kind of caged in. And so he chose or wanted to choose doing it. And that's kind of a lot of the reasons why sheltered children tend to want to have that street life, because it looks like it's fun, and you do kind of have fun, but you living on the edge, you know what I'm saying? And children who are in that life or have to be in survival mode want the rich life because it seems like it's easier. And so, yeah, but I have my oldest is 21. He has never bucked up at me. But my girls, these little Negroes, I was about to say the GGAS is in here. No, but they have, and they're 16 and 14. And even the younger two, but see, it's different because usually the boys buck up at the fathers and the daughters buck up at the mothers. It's rarely the other way. But with my girls, I'm like, look here, I'm gonna talk to you. I'll talk to you, but please don't make me pull the gangster out. Y'all don't want the gangster out, like for real. This G still up in here, and she can gack you in your face. Don't play with me.
Blue Finger is still alive.
And look, that is the beauty that is you, okay? Because I go gangster immediately. Okay, I had one girl. She tried me in 8th grade, and I realized she was full of herself, so I didn't do major damage. Smacked her up a little bit, dragged her across the carpet just to show her that you may be my size, but you can't throw this weight like I did, and that was the end of that. But my boys, every last one of them has tried me at least once. And every last one of them, I've handed over the boxing gloves and we strapped them on and I've shown them what's what. So, and of course, y'all know I have beautiful children. I love them to death. They're my blessings. So every child comes to that moment where they think, oh, I'm big enough.
Mm-hmm.
For my boys, they got the boxing gloves. They're boys, they fight, they all are skilled, so I had to show them you're not as skilled as me. My daughter just popped her a few times and dragged her just to show her, That's it, that's all. The T.I. and King thing, I saw Damani's interview on another platform just yesterday. And y'all know Damani is one of the older kids of T.I. Didn't know that Tiny wasn't his mother, but I found that out from watching his interview. And basically what he was saying was that although Tiny and T.I. afforded them that lifestyle, some of them had moms that's not in the home, so they wasn't there all the time. Mostly there when the cameras was rolling, and he was simply saying that he believes that King is wording it wrong, but simply saying, the lavish lifestyle is not the fun lifestyle. And, they all agreed to be on the show. He said, Major essentially was the baby at that time, but T.I. and Tiny gave him the right to decide if he wanted to be on the show too or not. So he's just simply saying, one thing that I respect about Domani, learning about that family dynamic is that all of T.I.'s kids are of the thinking, I want to get it on my own and I don't want it off of your name. And he was saying, it was a culture shock to be at his dad's house on the weekends and go back home to his mother's house, who at that time was living in the project. And he was saying that was his focus for pursuing his music and taking it more serious because he felt like she was lacking. And he wanted for her the same thing that his father had. So that was what his motivation was. He said he did have a conversation with her, and it turns out she ain't care. You know what I mean? She didn't feel like she's supposed to have just his dad had, but that was his motivation. So even though King is acting out, having his big brother explain what that meant, since he was in a similar situation, living with mom, but coming to dad's house to film, it kind of gives you a better understanding of what King is trying to convey and conveying horribly.
Yeah, that's dope. I didn't know that wasn't Tiny child either. So that's interesting.
Neither did I.
Neither did I. And the other brother that's a year older than Domani, I forgot his name, but he's not Chinese either.
How many children do they have together? Y'all know? Like which one is biologically both of theirs?
I don't know, but I think it's just King and Major.
Oh, so it's just the two boys that are.
But wasn't
from a
it a
different-
daughter in there?
I think the
Isn't it-
daughter is both of theirs though.
No, Zami is Tiny's child from a previous marriage, and Deja is T.I.'s daughter from a previous relationship. That's why I said I think biologically only the last two is the both of theirs.
They a regular old Brady bunch, ain't they?
Well, damn.
I had this all wrong. I thought they just got together and just started making babies.
But okay, so
Yeah.
thinking about, I did too at first. Okay, so when I was a teenager, because I grew up taking care of my family, like taking care of my mother, my siblings, and then my mom married my stepfather, and that was a whole different thing. I never bucked up at my mother, but Camille said they had a baby girl. I never bucked up at my mother, but my dad and I fought, like fist fought. So, and the only reason why was because I was protecting my siblings. But it was never because I wanted to, her name's Eris. I wanted to, show him I'm bigger than him or, do anything like that. It was to protect my siblings. So I think and my dad gonna sure didn't want to live the street life because the street life was right outside my house. So I think it just depends on the scenario, and like in King's situation, I think he just, like we said, he just want to play hard when he really didn't have to have that hard life. Hey, Zena. And so, it just depends. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm glad T.I. like Rock said, I'm glad T.I. did catch him and be like, all right, now you think you're here, you ain't here yet, because
because he lucky that he got the T.I. who runs the expeditiously. He lucky he got that T.I. He ain't get rubber band, man.
Nigga, he lucky they was in public.
Right,
well, that too. But like, shoot, if it was, bring them out, T.I., this would be a. Come on.
But see, why we do that though? Why do we gotta see if our parents really are what they make it seem like they are? Like,
well, I will say this because I know what I was 14. For some reason, when I was 14, when I hit 14, I thought I was a grown man. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But I decided to test my OG, but let's just say he reminded me. Shut up. But anyways, let's just say he reminded me quickly that is a bad life decision.
so your father, yo.
No, yeah, Pops was he OG for real. So I mean, y'all met my Pops. So, but yeah, that was the quickest change of heart I've ever had.
Hey,
as far.
And I really feel like I'm getting old. You know why these youngins be out of control these days? Because the government has officially took ass whoopings out of the homes. You can easily call CPS and say, "Oh, they beating me," and then they gonna be on your ass. But let me tell you something.
Shoot.
I think that I was a little bit smart because my mother had a phantom left hand that I could never see coming. Like it's like she would be walking towards me, and then I just feel a smack across my face. And I swear, and my mother was like 5'5", you know what I'm saying? God rest her soul. But like she ain't really had to do too much, you know what I'm saying? Like I was more afraid of my father, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember one time, right? And these just have an ass whoopings I got because I was a real asshole as a child. So my little sister Tiara, one time we was outside and we was playing in dirt, digging holes as kids, and she was throwing dirt in my face, right? So she's being reckless. So I got mad after I told her to stop, but she kept doing it. And I kicked her in the middle of her back and I kicked her into the dirt. So my father
No, you did.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I this is hit her with the this is smarter. So she runs in the house crying, and my father runs out the house cussing, right? So this nigga chases me around the yard, smokes him. I run in the house into my room. I had two beds on each side of my room. I ran and jumped on the first bed. He reached for me. I jumped over. I should have fucking jumped off the bed, then ran straight to the door, and I would have been out of there. I decided to wait until he tried to grab me again, and I jumped back. He caught me in the middle of the air, held me in the air with one hand, and whooped my ass, like feet off the ground. Like I literally played dead so he could put me on the ground.
First of all, you made him chase you.
Yeah.
That whooping was not for kicking her. That was because you made him chase you.
Exactly. And here's the scary part. This nigga said, "You better hope I feel. You better hope I feel different or feel better after I catch my breath." I was like, "Oh, this nigga about to kill me, bro." Hey, look, I did the only thing that I knew to do. I went to sleep. I knew you wasn't gonna beat me in my sleep, so fuck it.
Who?
Nah, my mother wasn't.
Nah.
My mother
Okay,
I'm about to say you ain't never got smacked out your sleep before.
I got a couple of them. I ain't even do nothing.
Oh, nah, they want me aware. I got whooped in syllables. And that was a bitch.
The synonym?
Syllables.
Oh, syllables?
I tell you, not like God damn.
But hey, that's how you learn. But that's how you learn how to count bars, bro.
Hey, nigga.
Yeah.
On your ass.
Like you already knew the structure of songwriting by the time you started.
Oh, shit.
What'd you say, Stop?
I said I got a surprise beat down in the shower. Came home, parents home, thinking, okay, they missed the phone call from the teacher. But oh no, that call came right after I left out of her classroom. So before they left the house, they had already got that news. It's getting late. Still ain't nobody in the house. I go warm me up something to eat in the microwave, getting in the shower to get ready for the next damn day. And that shower curtain got smashed open. Them wet ass whoopings is the worst.
Oh my gosh. Yes, they are. I've had a couple of them too.
Skin is all, vulnerable and stuff.
And then when you run, look, everybody can relate. You ever run and get hit in the back? Everybody makes the same posture. Everybody looks like a chicken. A motherfucking really
everybody turned into a contortionist.
Like shit. Everybody like a fucking chicken.
It's funny now, but we were not laughing.
But nah, I will say the worst beating I ever got, and the reason it's the worst because I remember every hit till this day. I had to have been, must have been 8 years old. I grew up in the Attitude Era, right? Y'all know, some of y'all probably know where this is going. So my grandmother always, for some reason, kept a bunch of those back. I'm showing my age. The throwaway Kodak cameras, and a lot of moments were caught just because she randomly would snap pictures. So my favorite wrestler at the time, because granted, I went through little phases sometimes where I would imitate one wrestler more than the other. I was in a big Stone Cold phase.
Oh Lord!
And one picture where she snapped the picture, I had a bird up. After the picture with a bird flip. And one time when the family got over, the whole family came over and she had just got some new pictures developed and the family was passing pictures around and guess what picture was in that pile? That everybody saw. And by the time it got to my dad, everybody had seen it and was like, ooh, They was
like, wait for it.
Oh yeah, I waited because nothing happened at my grandmother's house. When I got home, came into my room with that picture in his hand
Oh shit.
and handed it to me. So the thing is, he did some psychological stuff first before the whipping happened. He came in, made sure I saw the picture in his hand, then he handed it to me and told me to look at it. By the time I looked up, he was already taking his belt off. So he twisted my mind and then I did the "don't beat me" dance. Like, no, don't do it. Like, I was dancing and all that stuff before, like, don't do it. And then I was dancing for real. But dog, man, like that scene in the Jacksons American Dream when Marlon didn't get that turn right. Let's just say I got PTSD just by watching that scene because it looked too familiar. But
Camille said she bucked up at her mom once and ended up ruining her white polo because she busted her nut. Man, and Angel said she remembered her mother jumped from behind the door.
Man, she did a jump scare on you, goodness. Like a horror movie.
Let's be real. Let's be adults. Back in the day, we can laugh at it now, but back then that shit was fucked up, right?
Oh no, I was scarred.
But technically, you got your ass whooped for a valid reason. You know what I'm saying? And do you think that sometimes that form of discipline is like necessary? Do you think sometimes you gotta just pop the shit out of them? You know what I'm saying? Or you really gotta check them that way? Or like, how do y'all feel? Because let me remind you, this day and age of the youth is really wild. You feel me? They doing a lot of wild shit, and I really feel old because I'm like, dog, did we do this shit when we was young? Like the shit that I'm reading.
Yeah, we just weren't on camera.
Yeah, exactly. You feel me? And that makes it even worse.
Yeah,
but, go ahead.
I'd say it's only wrong because it became wrong because the principles and the morals of the household have changed. Now, my parents' generation, and this is something I believe, I've said it on the show many of times. I believe that what happens in your house is supposed to stay in your house. Like as far as how you discipline your kids and so on and so forth, that's nobody's business. But the generation after, arguably for real, our generation, it's really our generation. The newer generation of parents have a thing where when they disciplined their kids, they would record it and upload it to the internet for some reason, embarrassing their kids and so on and so forth, which now the whatever you want to call the group of people, they are frowning upon, physically disciplining disciplining kids, and now they're calling it child abuse. Now, one thing that I do think is wrong, a form of discipline that I do think is wrong, is intentional humiliation. Now, when I say that, there's one situation where this person took her son and she deliberately gave him the worst looking haircut, like destroyed his haircut and made him walk to school and go to school with the messed up haircut and so on and so forth. Like literally the kid had to go to therapy behind that. Like she literally intentionally humiliated him and uploaded the whole process to her Facebook so everybody could see him getting his haircut, see him get humiliated and so on and so forth. That I think is wrong.
No, that's
but that's kind of an old. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because I've heard of and I've seen it. I've done seen people mess up and they be like, "Yo, you growing your hair out? All right, that's extracurricular. Now you about to just get a haircut and you about to be regular until you can get yourself together." I've done seen that type of discipline, but fucked up haircuts is in public humiliation ain't where it's at. Go ahead,
yes.
Yeah, I was just about to say, stuff like that used to happen with us too, but again, it wasn't purposefully taught. You getting it taken away, and like back in the day, back in the day, like the parents would come up to the school and beat you in front of the teachers, beat you in front of the class. They would take you and beat you in the bathroom, and so it's like some things was done, but it was not uploaded, Now everything is to prove a point. You can prove a point to your kids or teach them without showing the world that this is how you're doing it. And it's kind of like, what you call it? It is kind of a form of abuse in a way. But then again, we went through stuff like that. It just wasn't worldwide.
Yeah.
And so the kids now, because we're the parents of the teenagers and the 20-year-olds, we kind of backed up because of the embarrassment, because of the sometimes those butt whoopings or those things that happened to us weren't warranted. Sometimes they were overdone because our parents reacted out of embarrassment and anger instead of sitting back, allowing themselves to calm down. And you can still get your butt whooped. Like my mother used to, oh my gosh, I already took the butt whooping over half the conversations we had. But she would talk to us and then beat us because she wanted us to know why we getting that whooping.
I think that's key. That
yeah.
Is key. And I'm sorry because I know I didn't like to put my hands on my kids. You feel me? Because I don't believe in putting your hands on your child in anger. You feel me? Like that's not cool. That's how shit goes a little too far. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to discipline the kids, it was because it was something that they downright shouldn't have done, and it required that. But afterwards, I would go back in the room and I would actually sit down and explain why it went to that level and why it's that serious. In that moment, it was just like, look, I didn't want to have to do that, but this is why I did it. You know what I'm saying? And you have to understand that you can't do this, And 9 times out of 10, it's probably something serious that I told them not to do repeatedly, and they kept doing it, So
Jordan was the first of my kids that I literally had to pray and wait an hour before I put the boxing gloves on with him. So for the panel, y'all know that Jordan is the youngest. He's 11. But to everybody else, that last child, that's the one that tries you. Jordan had social media because, his family is spread all out. So, I didn't mind it. Typically, though, I don't allow my children on social media that young, which is a whole other story because the other kids is mad that he had social media so young. Anyway, turns out he was in a gang group chat on Instagram.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
They done gave him a little gang nickname. And he talking to them with slang like, oh my goodness. I had to pray. And then I had to wait an hour before I put the gloves on with him. But I always make sure to explain what the butt whooping is for, why, and so forth and so on. Growing up in my house, that's a horse of a different color. You're a child, you've seen and not heard. When I was the kid in the household, I think the biggest problem today is not so much that it's abuse, because I've seen some situations online where they're calling it abuse and it wasn't abuse. But society's need for validation suddenly is the problem. Like when you look at both sides of the coin, the kids acting out, especially online, they want to be validated by their peers. And then the parents that discipline and upload it want to be validated by the other adults. We came from the parents that don't care. You showed out, so you're going to get your butt whooped right here. And they don't care how nobody talked about it. The validation didn't matter. They were chastising you because you was wrong. And what made me think about that, so I saw a video where a young girl had been twerking on the internet. And other people had been seeing it, and her father hadn't saw it. So one of the parents sent it to his phone. When she came home, she had those pretty knotless braids in her hair, and he cut her braids. And then I went to the comments. Oh, that's abuse. And you tearing down her self-esteem. And why would you
Oh, that's. Can you hear it, Star?
show it off? But nobody looked at the fact that he didn't cut her hair. He cut the braids out. He cut them low enough that he wasn't taking no inches off of her hair. You feel where I'm coming from? So them saying that it was abuse was extreme to me because no, it's not. He cut fake hair out of her hair. She still has her hair, and she can always get her hair redone. But it was astounding how many comments was, oh, that's child abuse. Somebody should take her from you. And I'm like, okay, so when she's pregnant at 14, and now she got to learn how to be an adult, and her father is who helping her raise this baby and buy Pampers and milk and wipes and all of that stuff, because inevitably the young boy is going to run off because he can't support a baby either. Are y'all donating to a GoFundMe? Are y'all, babysitting for free? It's just like everybody now feels like they have the right to voice their opinion. You have the right to have an opinion, but who told you that it was okay to voice it?
Well, once you put it online, it's
Yeah.
everybody's business, you know.
That's the reason why I say what happens in the house is supposed to stay in the house. Because once you take that initiative to film and upload something, you open the door for people to voice an opinion as long as there's a comment section. And there's nothing you can do about that.
On top of the fact, though him cutting her braids out wasn't abuse, the way they look at things now, they could have came and got him for doing that to her, because they can say that is emotional abuse. You know, it's so many different things. He could have did that and not recorded it, but maybe he did it because she recorded herself shaking her butt online. I don't know. You know, you never know what the rationale is, because he's just trying to teach her a lesson. It's a lot. These kids need to get offline. It's like you said, the validation is real. Because why are they doing it? Why, we used to do. I'm telling you, if the cameras and stuff was out when we was in the street, what we was doing.
Bruh. Bruh. If we had the camera, go ahead, Star.
I was saying I was the opposite. If we was the ones being recorded when we was kids, I would have got less ass whoopings. The majority of my ass whoopings was of what my mother and father assumed I was doing.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too.
Right.
Now, when I should have got my butt whooped, I didn't. But when I got my butt whooped, I didn't do it.
Man, I would have got way more ass whoopings.
I'd have got less. Be boring friend.
I ain't gonna front.
Out of my parents.
I'd have got less. I probably would have. For real, I'd have got less too, or I'd have got in trouble less too, because I've gotten in trouble over stuff I didn't do many a times. Because my little cousins and whatnot got me in trouble to get them off the hook.
You got everybody on here. You guys grew up in a multi-sibling household, right? You weren't the only child.
Correct.
Yeah.
I just want to say, fuck y'all and lucky y'all, because you had somebody to get ass whoopings with. Nigga, I took all my ass whoopings.
That's good.
I ain't have nobody to blame shit on. When I say it wasn't me, nigga, they got
like you the only one.
It wasn't me, nigga. I had to come up with another lie. The best thing, I don't know. That was my best.
The oldest. So thing is getting your ass whooped with me being the oldest. I was taking their ass whoopings too, because
that's what I was just getting ready to say.
Because then it became, why you let them do so and so and such and such? And I'm like, I wasn't even there. Well, you should have been there. I got everybody's ass whooped.
That's why I said I would have. I'm the oldest too.
I think that only happened. I I think that only happened because they were still mad. They still had some aggression to get off.
Nah, man, they just didn't. They wanted. See, the oldest children are the second set of parents, and so that's why the oldest sibling always whooping the younger sibling's ass because they get in trouble for that stupid stuff they was doing.
Yeah, straight up. But I will say, if they did have camera phones back when I was like in elementary school, me and my friends would have went viral because funny story. So one of the things that was popping back when I was younger, granted, was the new generation of like boy bands and whatnot. Me and my friends, we had like a singing group on. We was doing music videos on the Jungle Gym and all that stuff. We'd have went viral had we had cameras and stuff back then. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was doing all types of stuff. Look at the picture.
That's my move for the night.
Yo,
we stand on business tonight.
We standing on business tonight.
We stand on
he
business.
stood on business and ended up on the floor. He just
Hey, no, but seriously, look, if I send anybody this picture in your inbox, text messages,
It's time.
Exactly. You already know what time it is.
Straight up.
don't send me that because I'm gonna start laughing.
No, I sent it to somebody earlier.
So I have a question for y'all while we talking about whether ass whooping is deserved or not. I saw this video a couple weeks ago, a Thanksgiving video, and I want to know, did y'all see the same video? It was a little black girl at Thanksgiving, and the video starts with her pulling the tablecloth and pulling all the Thanksgiving food on the floor.
Oh my goodness.
So apparently one of the people was her mother. And her mother's telling her to stop it. She goes outside. She's mad. The mother telling her coming to stop inside. She's screaming back at her mother saying no. The little girl is about 8 years old. 8. Okay, and this is at grandma's house. So the next thing you see in the video is the mother comes over there and tries to give the grandmother $200 and apologize because the grandmother then said don't bring her back. The grandmother is telling her, you know, that's a week's worth of food that she destroyed. Give me $200 more. She wanted $400 to forgive the grandbaby. And the mother was, well, I ain't giving you that. That's the other $200 back or whatever. The question is, her mother was so nonchalant about it. How many of us feel like that little girl deserved to get her ass whooped for destroying Thanksgiving dinner for the whole family?
She definitely had.
My foot would have been on her back so fast, whooping the shit out of her. Excuse me, y'all, but for real, you snatching shit up. Oh no, see, first of all, that's not only the money, that's the time and effort to put into cooking. Oh, you're gonna be on the floor, and I'm beating your ass till my feet get tired of holding you down. Yeah, she should have got her ass whooped. Grandma should have whooped her. Mom should have whooped her. The turkey should have whooped her because it was on the table to be ate. Her ass should have got whooped. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and then you would make her eat the food on the floor, right?
Slice that shit up. Make a sandwich. Make a sandwich. You about to that?
Not a sandwich. Goodness.
Sandwich. Oh my God.
I'm not, let me tell you something. I'm very big. Now you talking about something. The youngest, Layla is the one that's the youngest. That's the one that I be having to sit back and be like, okay, you already know that if I allow this part of me to awaken, I'm going to choke this girl. So you need to take her father and get her straight or I'm going to choke her. So I get it.
May I ask a question? Is this the one who answers the phone?
Yes, that's the one that answered the phone.
Gotcha.
That's the last one.
All right.
I'm going to tell you right now, if Layla had did something like that, now Layla have her little attitude, but she don't go that far. But if she had did that, I'm telling you, I just told you what I would have did. That's exactly what I would have did. She'd have been on that floor, foot on that back, down by the butt so she could breathe, and I'd have been whooping her ass. Because nah, you tripping. And you're going to clean it up, and you're going to cut that turkey up and make you some food because that's going to be your food for the whole week. No, hell no. And you're going to stay at grandma's house and you're going to clean grandma's house. Nah.
So, Rocket. So, Rocky.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now it depends on who gets to him first, you or the missus.
You want to know something? No, I'm gonna tell you how we operate. I will not.
Hold on.
I'm here. I won't. I
All right,
wouldn't.
there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, so I wouldn't. That if it was my daughter, that's my wife. I'm gonna make sure she don't get away. I'm blocking the door. You gonna have to take this ass with me. You feel me?
He alley-ooping.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna tell you something. The difference between me and them, I am a predictive parent. If I see you grab that table and bunch it up and start walking, as soon as I see you raise it up and step back, I'm on your ass because I know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That's one thing I've always had eyes on my kids where I can kind of like predict their movements. See, that's the problem. They sat there and let that shit happen.
Exactly.
That food was not supposed. They were supposed to lose a little bit. You feel me?
Yeah, just that little corner.
It was supposed to be the stuffing, the macaroni and cheese, and the little girl on the floor. That's it.
Maybe the cranberry sauce.
Yeah,
No.
that was going in. That was in the trash. That didn't even make it to the table.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. That's a
Wait a minute, hold on. You don't like cranberry sauce? All right, you know what? Never. I'm gonna get off subject, but like, yeah, something wrong with you. Continue. So back to. All right, so
I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna get back to it because we said Thanksgiving. Yeah, cranberry sauce, bro. It just doesn't look right. It comes out as a cylinder, nigga, and it jiggles. But
You can home make it.
Yeah.
No, pass.
All right, well, all right. So we know the missus got the daughter. So if Rock Jr. or Pebble or Bold or whatever rock related name you gave him, if he decided to do a Barney Rubble and tried to yank the tablecloth off. Now, granted, let's just say you wasn't facing them quick enough to predict the move. Once the turkey hits the ground, what happens?
I'm on his ass. I'm on. Man, I'm trying to tell you, I'm reactive, bro. I'm on his ass. And then afterwards, I'm going to make him clean up. And then I might whip his ass again. Because now I'm hangry. You done fucked up my dinner, nigga. And let's be real. We all know Thanksgiving, we starve ourselves just for that.
Until dinner,
yeah.
So you mean to tell me, nigga, either I gotta settle for McDonald's or Taco Bell, nigga?
If they open.
Nigga. I look, as I'm whooping his ass, I'm telling you, you better hope you save the macaroni and cheese. That's going to determine whether you die tonight.
Speaking of turkey this year, Jordan's dad decided to buy us a deep fried turkey from some restaurant. Oh my goodness. Every piece of it tasted like it was grilled. Every piece of it was juicy. The whole thing was well seasoned. And y'all, I ain't never had a turkey as good as this year.
All right. Hold that thought, Star. Now, if one of yours threw that turkey in the flow, what is your reaction?
I already told you, mine know better. I do the boxing gloves. And, so let me break. So used to train, right, boxing, taekwondo, women's self-defense. I used to teach it. So my purpose of wearing boxing gloves when dealing with my boys is I know how hard to hit them and not hit them. So they may feel like, oh my God, my mother's trying to kill me, but I know exactly what I'm doing. So they know when I grab the boxing glove, this is getting ready to be a serious thing. So mine would have never pulled no food or no me to grab them gloves.
So the turkey would have equal boxing gloves?
Yep. Right to the I'd have punched them right in the eye.
So the moral of this story, kids, don't mess with adults and their food.
Look, let me
Just
tell you
don't
some
do it.
real shit. And when we talk about disciplining kids, like I didn't always have to like open. I don't open hand smack. You know what I'm saying? I come from a country family. When I was young, I learned something. Getting plucked in the middle of your forehead hurts like shit.
Man,
Have you ever felt like your brain reset? Like you literally
Hmm.
you can't do nothing but this.
you blinking like
Man, like,
shit.
Yeah, because
Buddha.
that's why Weezy wears that big bow in the middle of her head right now. She needs bonus protection due to past experience. Like, nah, y'all ain't catching me slipping today. Ain't no plucking in the forehead going on from here on out.
Man. But nah, seriously, a pluck in the forehead, you realize feel like your brain definitely resets. You just start blinking, your eyes watering. You know what I'm saying? You can't yell because your shit on mute. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know if you want to cry or scream.
Right. You know
Nah,
what I'm
'cause
saying?
you feel like you got hit with the Bruce Lee 6-inch punch or the 1-inch punch, my
Nigga.
bad.
Nah, but I mean, I believe that kids still need to get their ass whooped. Like real shit.
No. Do y'all remember when the camera was black you and it was like the camera flash and no words or nothing come out, you but there's no sound.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's called the mute.
When they say your soul left your body.
Nigga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the sound is gone.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I think
That's that back hit.
man, what that ah,
Nah,
or it's always that nigga. That's
no. The real one, which everybody hit, when they already discipline you and you're still crying, and they smack you to keep you from crying, and then you just hit them with the stutter cry, like,
I give you something to cry for. Like nigga,
so I'm
what
like,
that?
I'm only crying like this because you just hit me in the throat.
Oh my god.
Listen, y'all, I gotta tell you, this is going back to Weezy referring to the older siblings having to discipline the younger siblings, but this shit was so hilarious. I cannot let us, sign off without me telling y'all this situation. So, both the kids were 2 liters of soda, right? And they were sharing the soda, so it was down to the last little bit. So, Deja was like, "Can I have this?" And I was like, "Go ahead." It was only like a couple swallows. But JJ was like, "I wanted that." And she was like, "Well, mommy gave it to me," and turned the soda up, intending to drink it. JJ jumped up, ran across the room, and chopped her in the throat to stop her from drinking soda.
Dang.
Listen, he did it, and he turned around to run. He jumped up, threw her hand in the air, pow, smacked him in the back, and that we was just discussing what happened. He couldn't even talk. He was just frozen in that position with his chest poked out, his back stuck in his arms in the air. And he was shirtless, so it was literally hand to back. Funniest thing I ever freaking seen. I was like, "Oh
That is hilarious,
Well,
yo.
look, in most situations, you can't even do that because they did it up to themselves.
It was hilarious. He just froze for a moment and then just fell out on the floor like he killed him. Oh my God, you had to be there.
Oh my god. Shoot. Man, I used to throw my siblings. I used to throw them. I was very angry. When I look back, I was an angry child. I used to
But the thing is,
throw them.
but at least you put that anger. At least you put your anger into something constructive. Because once you grew up, you started pimping.
Look, we ain't talking about that today, okay? No, I was like, Lord have mercy. It is something, but it's thankfully we can laugh at certain things now. Lord have mercy. Because
No, because no, it's
this shouldn't
crazy.
be this funny.
No, it shouldn't. Because I look back then. I look back now. I'm like, damn, I really got my ass whooped. Ah, dang.
I ain't
Oh,
gonna lie, most of my ass whoopers, I definitely deserved it. I definitely
see, you
deserved
come
it.
to,
Like,
you come to.
And,
I ain't
and
going
that,
front. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely deserved it. But real quick, y'all. I want to share something with y'all, and y'all tell me how y'all feel about this. Or actually, quick. What if, right? Picture this: you're about to go on the first date, right? You listening? I'm
I'm
channeling
right
that.
here. I'm right here.
I got 2 videos for you right now. I'm channeling the spirit of my brother Mo.
yeah,
Shout
close
out
your
to
eyes.
shout out to GM. No, yeah, relax your muscles. Yeah, all that stuff.
Close your eyes, right? You're getting ready to go on a date, right? And the young lady that you're about to go on a date with, you see her video on Instagram, and this is what she posted. You ready?
I'm about to go on a date, and I have to get all my weirdness out before I see him, because I wanna impress him. He said, "What's up?"
I think we're gonna get along just fine
Right.
because I'm weird. Because that just shows me I'm not gonna be the weirdest one on the date. I'm like, all right, so I can laugh with
Man.
this one. Okay, I can see. So
Look,
we
when
gonna
she
have
got
a good time. We
when she
finna have a
got there,
good
I
time.
would just look. When she got there, I would just say, "Hi, my name is so nice to meet you."
Yeah, oh yeah. And then I'm gonna say, my bad, I didn't get the chance to do it in the car. So yeah. So like I said, we finna have a good time. I see nothing
Okay.
wrong here.
So he couldn't be here
Oh.
tonight. Bro couldn't be here tonight, but he did post something, and I saved it just for tonight. Now, bro has told us a lot of stories about shit, and I thought he's the best storyteller until he posted this video early. Listen to this shit right here.
Did that you immediately had to cut her off?
Me and this girl were farming. I was harvesting her yams. Well, during the process, I heard what I thought was an exhaust pipe busting. I look at her and I say, "Did you fart?" She's like, "I don't know." And then I look down. Nutella. She didn't.
Not Nutella.
No.
She didn't just fart.
Ew. Oh,
You started crying,
Oh
Lord.
yeah.
Why didn't she fart?
What was
Poor
Nutella.
thing.
So
He's funny anyway.
so he
Hey,
has fecal frenia too.
yeah. I'm
So
not
yeah,
even.
no wonder related to this. They're suffering from the same affliction.
Nobody wants to be shitted on, bro.
It happens apparently.
All right, so granted, we got Mo and we got this gentleman in the video. Ladies, let
Hmm.
me ask y'all something
Oh shit.
collectively. You and a significant other are doing the hokey pokey one night.
Bro, wait a minute.
I'm
Quit.
trying to be funny here, dog.
Put the third leg again. Put the third leg out. Go
There
ahead.
you go, right there. I'm trying to be funny. See, she gets it right. See,
You're shaking too much. It's gonna be some look. Never mind.
now, let's just say when he shook it all about and turned himself around, he had some bad chili and he let off some gas, but it wasn't just gas he let off. He gave y'all not a golden shower, but he let it snow. He gave y'all brown snow. Are you gonna be forgiving of that evening? Do you think you can get past it? And what would be your initial reaction? Do you maintain your composure and keep your grace, or is your reaction completely different? Ladies, speak.
First and foremost is poop. So there is no way you can keep your. I'm gonna tell you this: children's poop, babies' poop, I can deal with. Adult poop, that's a whole nother ball game. First of all, I would be understanding, but I'm like, babe, what the fuck? And then I'll come back like, okay, come on, let's get this. It's okay. But the initial reaction, I'm going to Kirk off because raw doo doo, ain't no other word for it. Raw doo doo stinks.
But baby doo doo stinks worse.
Not like not
That
like adult
formula.
raw poop. No,
I tell you what, quick.
No. All right, no. Let me get started first. Let me get started first. Star, same scenario.
First of all, I'm gonna be extremely aggressive when I pose this question. What the fuck position was he in that he could shit on me?
Whoa, good question.
Quick said he turned himself about, so he came out and turned around.
Well, let's just say this. Maybe he was trying to try something new on you. Like maybe he was trying to put you in a different position. I don't know. It's dark. I don't know. It's dark. He's trying to feel himself
maybe
around.
I was changing positions.
That's what I mean. He's trying to change positions. He might be trying to put you in a wheelbarrow or a figure four leg lock or a sharpshooter, one of them. But maybe he was trying to do something different. And in the midst of the transition.
No. We grown, okay? And this is very much an 18 or older show. So let's keep it funky. That's bullshit. The only position that you can possibly be in, and it's a woman or man, and he shits on you, it would land in your face and you have to be sucking it from the back. Let's start there, okay?
Or 6'9".
No, he didn't say on the. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. If he on top on the sit. Oh.
Yeah.
Both of y'all right. But what if y'all flipping? So what if you doing rodeo, like you doing reverse cowgirl, and you trying to flip her? So it's always a way that it can happen in transition. It can happen.
It could be doing a jackhammer.
Let me get to the meat and potatoes of this. I don't care if he built like Thanos. We reckon. Okay? We reckon. It depends on my level of. I may just wipe it off of me with my hand and smack him in the face with it. It's yours. I gotta wear it. You wear it.
Oh wow!
I don't care how bigger than me is. I don't care how much stronger. It is shit. It is fecal matter.
All right. So does it matter? Does it matter what kind? And what if it's like it? Does it matter if it's the liquid kind or the kind? What if it's the kind with corn in it? Like.
No.
Hey, bro, look. Let me tell you like this. Sex and doo-doo don't mix. Let's just
unless you're GMO.
It didn't mix.
Hey, bro, I'm just sorry. Like, all right, so let's be real. A fart, you can get past that. A quick fan in the hand, clear the area. We back to business. You feel me? Shit, if I fart during sex, I'm going to scream rocket power and I'm going to double up on the speed.
OMG.
No, because that's the nitrous oxide button.
Yeah,
right?
bro. You know what I'm saying? Hit the NOS on that joint. You know what I'm saying? But shit, bro, nah, bro, because we gotta stop. We gotta clean up. First, I gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get me clean because I'm gonna smell your doo-doo on me. You feel me? I don't even want to get my own doo-doo on me. You feel me? So nah, bro. And then I'm gonna look at you and be like, you nasty motherfucker. You feel say nah. I mean, nah, for real, because
This is great.
like Weezy say, and it's funny that she say it like this, but there's no other way to say it. Raw shit really stinks.
Like fresh out, still piping,
It's fresh
steaming,
from the pipe.
fresh out, set with steam coming from it.
No, nah,
Like,
bro, nah.
oh yeah. So what if you get the so yeah, we know what Star gonna do if it's a 6ix9ine
Yeah,
situation and
she putting them
if
damn
it's
blood
fresh
before she
if
gonna beat his ass.
it's fresh out the pipe with steam rising.
Now I will say this: after it's all said and done, I will say, "Hey, babe, you know I just fucked the shit out you, right?"
Patty. You gotta get a shirt, man.
Like shit. Oh man, he ain't gonna get shit. Yeah, man.
That's funny. That's funny. But dang, what a way to close out the show this evening with that conversation. That'd be great.
Flushed it right on
Ah
down.
man. Ugh.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. That is terrible. But you know what? It can happen. You just never know. Especially as you get older, things get stuff just happens. So you just gotta be good. Pee might leak, poop might. I mean, you just never know. You just never know.
Yeah. Well, folks, we are unfortunately, out of time. So make sure you tune in next week, same time, same channel. Speaking of channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, all that good stuff. Stay tuned for more exclusive content being uploaded this weekend. Special interviews, the whole 9 yards. It's your boy K Quick, Beats Bars and Face. Follow me at the real K Quick. I am KQuick.com. Yeah. Flesh and Bones EP featuring yours truly, Living Legend out now. Get that. Yeah.
And I am the Blue Phoenix. You can catch me at the Blue Phoenix Hills everywhere. Both sides of the coin have been on hiatus because Mo has been sick. So we trying to figure out what's what. But you can reach him or you can follow him at g.i.mo.com. And we here. Stop eating corn and doing the do, okay? Because it's gonna come out whole. That's all I'm just stop.
Ew. And I am your girl, Just Star, as always. Love you much. And you know what I like to say, right? Catch me in traffic, but just don't run. Mwah.
Well, I'm your man, Taylor May Rock. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms at Taylor May Rock. I had a brain fart because it's been so long. Tune in next week. It is the No Filter Show. We love y'all. Peace.